Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, hi Pulkit. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. This is Anubhav.
Hey
Hi,
Anubhav.
yeah, Pulkit, you are audible, yeah. We are just starting the session in 30 seconds.
Sure.
Hi everyone. Thanks a lot for joining Hack2Educate as mentors. I am Pankaj. Alongside Simran, I am leading the organization of Hack2Educate, which is a not-for-profit education hackathon where almost 750 plus students have already registered. And it will be starting from today, 11th of November, and go on for the next 48 hours till 13th of November. And we also are the co-founders of BeyondExams, another non-profit initiative where we are trying to revolutionize digital learning experiences for students. So without further ado, I'll quickly share my screen and onboard you guys as mentors for Hack2Educate, answer some of the most pressing questions, and if by the end of the call there are some loose ends still, please feel free to interrupt me in the middle of the session or at the end to ask any questions that you may have. Please raise your hand once so that I know that my screen is visible and my voice is audible. This will greatly help in. All right. I see Simran, Subhash, Anubhav, Pulkit. You four can hear me loud and clear. What about virtual? All right, virtual too. Superb. Thanks a lot, everyone, for being so responsive. I'm gonna move to the other tab now. Just a second. All right. So, first of all, as mentors, each one of you was expected to join this onboarding call so that you can be ready for the onboarding for the entire Hack to Educate session and understand your very easygoing roles and responsibilities during the event as mentors. So, there are very all the let me tell you a little bit about Hack to Educate first. So Hack to Educate is a hackathon where we are trying to solve some problems in educations. We have brought almost 750 plus students who are going to work together with us on certain themes, certain problem statements that Beyond Exams has already um, mentioned. I'll be talking a little more about that as well. And through the next 3 days, students will have fun through some mini events, through some daily challenges, but majority of the time will be spent ideating, building, testing, and marketing a complete MVP solution for the problem statements that are discussed during that are mentioned in the themes. So now, obviously, building an MVP, working on an idea, hacking their way to a solution in 48 hours is very unlikely to go well unless each one of them is super experienced. But we do expect that all of our participants are majorly students, college going students, or young professionals. So they will have to come up with interesting hacks, out of the box solutions to build an MVP which solves the problem decently enough that we can understand, okay, this solution seems unique, seems novel, seems to work. Now, during this journey, the students may need expert guidance, and that's why you mentors have been invited to Hack to Educate. There are three mentoring time slots that we have allotted here. You don't need to be available 24/7 for the next 3 days, and you will be it will be very flexible which time frames you can be available to mentor the students. But these are the three time frames which would be more likely to have a bigger impact on the students, because these are the three time frames where they will be most involved in the ideation phase or the coding phase or the testing phase. So today from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m, the ideation phase will be going on, where students will work on the themes, bring a team together, and start thinking of what they should build, how they should solve the problem statement. So if you can be available during this time frame, it would be superb, as you can mentor them from the initial stage itself. Just like in a startup, there is an angel investment round way before pre-seed or series A. This can be your angel mentoring round. Then tomorrow, 12th of November, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., that is in the afternoon, if you can be available, the students will be working on their project. They'll be very much engrossed in the coding part, in actually building on the idea that they have thought of, they have shared. And as mentors, you can help them either solve some issues they are already facing in the building process, or you can recommend, hey, you may be losing track of what you had initially decided, and give them some valuable constructive feedback that can help them complete the building process, build the MVP a lot better, a lot more stable, a lot more stronger, a lot stronger. Now finally, 13th of November, 11 p.m. to 2 p.m., that is in the afternoon itself. This is a Sunday, by the way. 13th November is a Sunday. Again, the students will be finalizing their projects. You may help them in that process and say, okay, most of the things do seem in order, but here are some things which you focus on now. In the next few hours, you can build a much more scalable solution, or impress the evaluators a lot better by doing these small changes. Or you may boost their confidence. If some of the teams feel, hey, mujhse na ho payega, I won't be able to do it anymore, you can boost their confidence, and be a support system for them. So these are the 3 mentoring time slots at very different stages of the entire process. You don't need to be available on all 3, and if in case you are available on other time frames as well, feel free to mentor the students and interact with the teams. This is a little bit about the time slots. Finally, how to do that, how to interact with the teams, how to review their submissions, how to give feedback to the teams, a little more about that. So the entire Hack2Educate community of hackers, organizers, participants, all of us are joined together in this Hack2Educate Discord community. We already have almost 300 plus members who have joined this, and some will be joining it after the onboarding session today. So we have dedicated some channels to help you out through the entire process. If you, it would be great if you have not already joined this channel yet, to go ahead and do so now. Let me quickly share with you the Discord link for this, so that it's easier for you to interact with the participants and also get help if you feel lost during the event. So I'm sharing this in the message board right now. It would be great if you joined it right after the call. If you don't have Discord already, please go ahead and install it and copy this link yourself. Simran will also be sharing this link with you right after the call, which will give you direct access to all the happenings of the hackathon. Now, once you join, it would be great if you simply introduce yourself in the #introductions channel as a mentor, so that we can add you to mentor specific channels as well. Newcomers are joining us almost every few minutes. So if we can realize, okay, this new joinee is actually Anurag or Pulkit, or one of our mentors, we'll be happy to add you to the mentor specific channels, where you will get a lot more information. So right in this Discord community, there is this mentors channel, where we have already, Simran has already added this doc, which can give you a lot more insight about the happenings of the hackathon. For example, what exactly is the schedule? When are these evaluation rounds going on? When will there be other events, speaker sessions, etc., so that you can coordinate your mentor availability with the schedule of the hackathon. There is another important question. Okay, students will be working on themes, but what are these themes? The details of those are also mentioned right here. How are the evaluations taking place? The same information is conveyed here. And we have also shared the list of all mentors who are available based on your expertise and interests. We have already divided you in as mentors of different themes, but the aim of you being here is to mentor as many students as possible, be moral support for as many teams as possible. So don't worry about the themes you'll be mentoring. Focus on which ideas, which teams do need that support. And cross theme mentorship is not only expected but also promoted, because the aim is to help as many students as possible, guide as many students as possible, irrespective of which theme they come from. But just for some organization in this flow, in this mentoring support, we have divided you into particular themes so that you have a way to get involved with the teams, with the hackathons in the start. So the teams will be told about you, will be informed about you and your expertise, so that when you do interact with them, they understand that they are talking to a mentor and give you the right respect that is needed. Anyway, so this mentors channel is going to be super helpful. If at any point you have any questions, feel free to drop it here, because all the organizing team members will be there to help you in mentoring the students, in getting on board this journey as mentors. Apart from that, we also have theme specific channels. So each theme will have a channel. If, let's say, today at 8 p.m. you decide, okay, I'm now available and I would love to mentor theme 1 students, you can quickly drop a message here: hey, I'm a mentor at Hack2Educate, and if any of you have any questions related to data science or product design or something else, feel free to reach out. Or if you have any feedback for any of the themes or the teams, feel free to add here any remarks that you may have, targeting any teams that you want to give feedback to. So theme specific mentoring or feedbacks can be given in these themes channels. And if you have any other questions, feel free to use the mentors Discord channel. So all future communications will be happening on Discord. So I would request each one of you to please save this Discord link, which Simran will be forwarding later on as well, and join it before the onboarding session if possible. Without taking too much time beyond this, if you have any questions, please feel free to message or raise your hand, and I'll be happy to address it in real time. Please don't wait. Yes, Priyank, please go ahead.
Thanks, Pankaj, and thanks, Simran, for extending this opportunity to us. So, Pankaj, in interest of time, I just want to quickly go to the last time slot, which is 11 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Mhm.
So, is it the viable? Because I see that it would be, I think, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or is it?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
sorry for the accidental misprint. It is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Okay.
correction.
No worries. So, Pankaj, just a second query from my side is regarding that if I want to be available for the 2 slots, at least I would pick the one. But if I want to be available for the second slot, how much time or before I need to inform or update or intimate someone or the community members before that?
So mentoring at Hack2Educate is going to be very informal and flexible. What that means is, if let's say you are available not in this time frame but at 1 p.m., don't worry about informing any of us. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop in the mentor section. But if you want to get started, interact with the teams, please feel free to drop by in the themes channels and start interacting, start looking at their submissions and giving your feedback as informally as if you are talking to a team member, or yes, as a team member instead of someone you don't know. So please feel free to interact and discuss as you see fit.
Okay, sure. Because Pankaj, the reason for asking these queries,
Mhm.
because on the weekends we don't have anything urgent comes from the personal front,
Right,
so that's I wanted to
right.
confirm before.
The teams also may be posting some questions here regarding the theme or the solution they are building, or asking to give feedback for their live demos. If you see such messages and have the time, it would be great if you simply check them out and give feedback. Otherwise, whenever you're available, drop by and share some messages, evaluate some submissions, and that should be good enough. No need to formally inform us every time you drop by, because we will become the bottleneck if you don't respond then, right?
Okay, okay, got it.
Thanks, Priyank, for the question.
Thank.
Quickly moving forward to the last thing, which is review their submissions. How will you find out what the teams are working on? Abhinav, I'll get back to you in just 1 minute.
Sure,
So,
sure.
in the Discord community mentors channel, right after, if you go to the schedule, you will notice that we have the ideation stage evaluation today at 8:30 to 9:30. Whenever we have these evaluation time slots, what will happen is students will be submitting their projects at the stage it is right then and there. So How will you get access to these submissions? We will be posting public leaderboard with all the submissions that you can check out right here in the mentors group. Right now, we have only posted the details of the hackathon. After the ideation evaluation is complete, when all the students have submitted their idea through a GitHub repo link, there'll be a README file that you can read to find out what they are building. And same goes for MVP round as well. Students will be posting more about the code they have done or the live demo you can check out. All these submission details will be shared right here in the mentors field, a mentors channel, so that you can easily find the team's submissions. And if something catches your eye, or if something feels like, hey, it's worth getting into or talking to the teams, you can immediately do that using the themes as mentioned before. So don't worry about, okay, I have no idea what the students are working on, because we'll be sharing all the updates about the student submissions during these 3 evaluation rounds. And it will be also added in the mentors channel. Over to Anubhav, please go ahead.
Thanks a lot, Pankaj, for giving such a great details. So my query is like, when it comes to the mentoring, it's only a technical mentoring, or as you told that we may have to motivate the team, or we have to give some kind of a support where the team is not getting into the technical or non-technical stuff. So it is limited to this only, or we may have to do a kind of evaluation like what they have done after their submission of the project.
No, so evaluations are being done by separate team of judges who will be dedicating some time for the ideation stage. Other judges will be dedicating time for the MVP stage. But if you do have feedback for any of the teams, if somebody, some team has done amazingly well and you would like to share, ki, hey, take special attention to this team, or something along those lines, feel free to drop in the mentors section, mentors channel, and we would be happy to respect your opinion and take it forward that way for that particular team. But no, we don't expect you to be available during the evaluations. If you do want to be part of any of the evaluations, please feel free to inform us in the mentors channel, and we'll be happy to accommodate your request during those evaluation sections. But no, we don't expect you to mark any of the teams. It is more about guidance and mentorship support. Regarding your question about technical and non-technical support, so again, it is very flexible and informal. Whatever support you feel the teams need or teams ask for is what you should go with. And if at any point you feel you would like to get on a meet session with this team or so on, that is also completely permitted, so that you can have a little more in-depth interaction with any team that catches your eye or you feel you should interact with. So keep it as informal as possible, and on a need basis, whatever help you can provide, greatly appreciated. Whatever help students need, you will know through the theme section.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Pankaj.
So coming to the end, which is the theme details, if you are mentoring students, you should obviously know about the problem statements they are going to be working towards. Now, it is already mentioned in the guide for H2E sheet, which is also included in the mentors channel, so you can read it in your own time. But just to give you a brief, there are 4 themes in the hackathon. First is a better search engine for education. What we have realized is students, parents, adults, everybody today is using YouTube, Google search to search for content, to learn from content from the internet, and so on, more than they do in schools, colleges, etc. Now, if I search something on Google, it is highly likely we can get good results, but it is also highly likely that if we search for the wrong keywords, we may get distracted and start doing things we may not be aiming for. For example, if I go to YouTube today, I'll be seeing Marvel comics, as well as, let's say, physics wala videos, as well as Coursera videos, as well as some other new song video that has been released. Now, internet is full of these kinds of distractions, and slowly and but surely, most people do move towards these distractions a lot more, unless they are disciplined themselves. So in this problem statement, students can choose to ask for any question. They can search anything on this new web app that students will be building, but the results will be filtered to only educational content from a wide variety of sources. It could be Wikipedia, Twitter threads, YouTube videos, NASA blogs. Government of India has also created a lot of resources from NIOS, NCRT, etc. So from these list of resources, students need to create a better search engine targeted only at educational content, the way these other search engines already exist, but they are limited in their scope or their user friendliness, intuitiveness. So we'll see what kind of solution students come up with, but the aim is to create a better distraction free search engine for education using all the variety of resources that are available across the internet. um, the second theme is filter and categorize YouTube videos. Now, this is a little more specific niche for the first statement. Instead of saying, hey, learn anything from anywhere, we are the source of information, we are the Google for education. Here we are saying, hey, YouTube is the biggest, is becoming the biggest source of information and consumption of content right now. Probably TikTok will replace it very soon, TikTok or Instagram, but let's focus on YouTube for now. Now, when I go to YouTube, there is this website, proteus.co, and they have done an amazing job. No matter what you learn through YouTube, they categorize it. Okay, I have watched 2 hours worth of video of digital marketing. We have watched 1 hour worth of video content related to machine learning. So if you hit 500 hours mark, they give you a certificate. You have spent 500 hours on YouTube learning from digital marketing videos. That is worth something. Same goes with, let's say you are watching a Marvel video, they immediately prompt you, hey, you have not met your weekly target of learning digital marketing for n hours. So stop wasting time on entertainment videos, distraction. This is a distraction. Focus on educational content, the target you had set on a weekly basis. There are a lot of cool things that can be done if we start filtering out content or recommending, suggesting users. This is not something you were planning to do. So filtering content, categorizing content on YouTube, and recommending them to better content, plus helping them build a profile from what they do on YouTube. The amount of time they spent learning should be recorded, and instead of going for a paid course on Upgrad, Udemy, somewhere else, if they are learning from YouTube, they should get equal certification that, okay, we have recorded, they have learned digital marketing for n hours or so. Now, this is what's happening in the second category. It will be, if I define clear metrics, given a YouTube video link, figure out if it is an educational video or not, so that we can understand if it is a distraction or it is related to the target that students had set. Also figure out which beyond exams category would this video be most suitable for. Now, as I said, right now, digital marketing or machine learning, etc. So beyond exams has all kinds of categories. We'll be open sourcing these category informations. For example, in coding, we have web dev, data science, mobile development, and so on. For finance and accounting, we already have some categories, and same goes for every field. So students won't need to create this categorical data. Beyond exams will be supplying that, so that we don't just build a binary classification model. We also go a little more in depth and see what exactly were the students learning. Finally, the students need to build a web app, a Chrome extension, something that calculates how much time you spent learning about which domains and how much time you spent on non-educational videos. And there are very creative solutions that we can come up with if students are able to solve this problem easily. Proteus is already doing it to some extent, but it is a one-person army who has not been active from quite a while. So we, through Hack2Educate, we aim to build on top of Proteus and get the system going, at least for the Indian audience. The third, again, please feel free to interrupt me if you need more details or clarity about any of the themes. The third theme is NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling. The prices, the fee, tuition fee of every school is rocketing, not just now, but from quite some time, even during COVID times, even though schools were not, running as properly as they were before COVID or after COVID, they were still asking for fee. The teachers did not have any idea how to, teach online. Plus, there is this toxic work culture that is penetrating every school and college, which is marks aane chahiye, books se padho, and padhte raho din bhar, homework karte raho din bhar. Even after that, the teachers may not be as supportive. We only have one or two best teachers in a school. The rest of them are like, okay, not too good, or I would prefer learning from YouTube, etc. Now, NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling, says if you cannot send your kid to school, or if you're not satisfied with your kids' education and would like to homeschool your kids, it could be you are not financially capable of sending them to a good school, or it could be that you don't like the way your child is being taught, or maybe your child has been bullied or has some other different abilities because of which they are not able to have a normal schooling. Now NIS is all the resources parents need to homeschool their kids, along with getting a good degree, similar to what CBSE or ISC give, plus any resources you may need to appear for competitive exams, etc. But the problem is same with all government websites. It is pretty much unusable. So if I go to an iOS and try to find these resources, the step by step daily, you know, support that an iOS expects. How can I get answers to the popular questions? If I homeschool my kid, will he be able to sit in IAS exam? Something along those lines. It will be impossible to get these results from an iOS. Now, students, participants, hackers will have to rebuild an iOS in a way, not just an iOS but other resources as well, so that parents can easily follow step by step what they need to do to homeschool their kids or help their kids learn better in a more suitable environment. Because let's face it, parents are the best teachers that students can have. Everybody else is helping out, but at the end of the day the upbringing is what parents provide. So building a better UI, transforming it in such a way that parents can help their child learn better, and finally gamifying this journey the way Duolingo has done it for language learning. This is what is being covered in this theme 3. And finally, audio dubbing for YouTube videos. 99% of the internet is English, but 94% of us don't use English as their first language. Now, this is a very big discrepancy. And what we want in this theme is students come up with ways, either a Chrome extension or web app, where anybody from around the world who knows English plus their regional language can dub in pieces the YouTube videos in their local languages. Now, we have checked the copyright and trademark issues. As long as we don't download and upload YouTube videos and we simply provide added translations, video dubbings, it's completely okay. And YouTube has actually tried it as a feature for quite some time, but we have no idea when they'll be releasing it publicly in mass. So we would like students to work on this theme and start this process of either automating the dubbing part or helping crowdsource this content from around the world. So audio dubbing for YouTube videos. Those are the final details about the theme. I know because of the limited time, we couldn't do justice to each of the themes properly, but I hope it gives you some insight into the problem statements that hackers will be working on. If you have any questions now, please feel free to raise your hand and ask. Otherwise, this session is complete from my side. Please feel and ensure that you join the Discord community. Please go ahead, Priyank.
Thanks, Pankaj. Pankaj, just a quick query from my side.
Hmm.
Will be getting the like all the mentors will be getting their respective or specific relevant themes, or is it something that anyone can contribute anyone to any theme right now?
So we have allotted themes to you already, but
Okay.
it is very cross-functional in the sense that if you the submissions will be open to all mentors, and if you find that some team in some other theme seems more interesting or exciting, feel free to change your theme and start mentoring those teams. But to help you get started easily, we have allotted themes already.
Okay. Okay, so where we can just quickly check that like which has been allotted to us.
So if you join the Discord community, you will get the link to Guide to H2E, where in the Guide to H2E, we all have this mentors sheet where you'll find the theme name along with which mentors are allotted to it. But again, if some
Okay,
other theme feels
got it.
more interesting to you, feel free to drop us some ping and we'll be happy to correct it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Pankaj. Actually, I think I missed reading that sheet, so that's fine.
Sure, Priyank, not
Uh,
an issue. Please join Discord and you'll get all the information you may need.
sure.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Priyank.
Pankaj. Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye bye.